This is Josh from Josh and John Sports. John's not here today. I love fantasy football. John likes fantasy football, but he loves football even more. And I just like talking about fantasy football a lot of times. I'm always trying to think of what guy's going to do this and that, and lead my team to victory. So this is my official fantasy football team. It's a very competitive league. I know all the guys in it, and we always get together and have a draft. Usually, maybe about eight out of our 10 guys are in like a conference room drafting. The other two might not be able to make it, but sometimes they draft from home or it goes on auto draft. But it's funny, the auto draft a lot of times is actually pretty good. But anyway, I got the 5th pick. Le'Veon Bell, Adrian Peterson, Jamal Charles, and Marshawn Lynch went first. And at the time, Eddie Lacy was considered to be like the number 2 back that should go. I don't know how they come up with all that stuff, but I was like, well, he's the best back I have left at number 5. I'm gonna get him. If Lacy had went instead of Lynch, I probably would have got Lynch. I mean, just whatever I had available as far as the best running back available, and that's who I thought was the best. So I try to go with the running backs a lot of times first because, when you start getting to second string running backs and stuff, it just gets messy. Receivers, there are so many really talented receivers out there. I thought especially this year with Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Brown, even guys like Calvin Johnson. I mean, Calvin Johnson was going like 18th in a lot of areas. And I personally think that there's a lot of other receivers that are really good. So I was like, I'm going to hold out on that. So I got Eddie Lacy. Then next I got Got Eddie Lacy, Mark Ingram, Jimmy Graham. I'm a big Jimmy Graham fan. I've had him for a long time in fantasy football. I mean, to me, there's really 2 tight ends and maybe a slight third one in Greg Olsen. But the first 2 are Gronkowski and Jimmy Graham. And so I try to always get one because I'm like, a really good catching tight end is valuable. You can always get a good receiver. Then later on I got Alfred Morris. I didn't really want to. He's not like the coolest running back in the world, like as far as flashy, but he gets numbers. And I got Joseph Randle from Dallas. Murray did really good in the Dallas offense. I hear they got really good blocking. So I wanted to see if Joseph Randle does a good job. He was kind of a little bit under the radar. People definitely talked about him, but it sounded like he's going to get the starting job if he's healthy in Dallas. So I was like, starting running back, might as well get him, build up my team. Then pick number 56, I had to go with Jarvis Landry, a receiver for Miami Dolphins. I feel like Tannehill is really coming on. Landry was a rookie last year and he did really, really good. Had good fantasy numbers, and he shows no sign of slowing down. And we're also in a PPR league. He gets a lot of catches. I mean, so he's good. Now, the next pick I got was Andre Johnson. I think that he's going to do really good with Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck, considered the second best quarterback right now, I would think, by most people, under Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I think Tom Brady's great. But as far as fantasy, people think Andrew Luck's better than Tom Brady, and kind of is. Then I got Nelson Aguilar, highly touted rookie receiver for Philadelphia. Got him. For a lot of good things about him. Then Arian Foster, who was in like the top probably 6 running backs at one point because of his injury. He's probably going to miss the first half of the season, but you think about the second half of the season, that's when it really matters. And Arian Foster's down there sitting at 85, and I'm like, man, there's not a lot of running backs that don't look nearly like Arian Foster. I mean, I could just kind of hold him for half the season. I know it's kind of biting a bullet, but it could really help me out. So I got him. Then I got Jordan Cameron, who, if you remember a couple seasons ago, an amazing tight end. He's kind of insurance for Jimmy Graham, bye-week insurance. Then I got Ryan Tannehill. I've had my eye on him. I'm not the only one that thinks he's going to be good this year. A lot of people think he's going to be pretty solid. I'm like, I got to get him. I think it's going to be a great year for Miami. They've improved their defense, which leads to more offense. And I think that Tannehill's got really good receivers too. They're only getting better as a team, so I think he's going to have a great year. But next I got Tom Brady, and that was when he had the suspension. I don't know if he's going a little higher now or not, but he was going to miss the first 4 games from what they were saying. But I got him anyway. I was like, it's kind of late. He's a good insurance quarterback. So I got him. Got the Dolphins defense. They're going to be pretty good this year. Then I got Doral Green Beckham. He's Tennessee rookie wide receiver. He's like 6'5", just amazing body, amazing player. But I don't know how good he's going to do, but he's kind of one of those far out there picks. But my last pick of the draft, I'm not even going to go over the kicker. You just get the best kicker you can. But my last pick of the draft was Sam Bradford, and at the time I wasn't sure that I was happy about it. But if you saw him in preseason, he was incredible, and he could really put up some good numbers with this fast-paced offense. But I'm glad I have those other 2 quarterbacks. But I'm thinking about starting Bradford in week 1. He could put up some crazy numbers, but he is injury prone.